So, hello guys, I'm Adrian Latoza, electrical engineering student, and I am here to demonstrate how 8x8 dot matrix LED can perform display applications using a microcontroller. So let me show you how animation works on 8x8 dot matrix LED display. So let's go! For this project, I have used the following materials you can see on the screen. First, we have the Arduino Uno, a clone board, then the jumper wires for extra connections. We also have the batteries to supply our breadboard, then the USB cable used to connect our Arduino to the PC. Then we have breadboard, and also our main components here, or our main material, the 8x8 LED matrix controlled by MAX 7219. So right now, let me show you how everything was connected. First, we have here our LED matrix. The LED matrix have the input pins and the output pins. In this project, we are only using single LED matrix, therefore we only need this input pin. So, these input pins have 5 pins. We have the VCC for the voltage supply, then the ground, the D-in or the storage, the CS for the load, and the clock. So first, we need to set our matrix to the breadboard. Okay, here. The setting. Then we need to have a jumper wires. So we already have it. Okay. We need to use different colors for different pin configurations. Here it is. Okay, we're done. So I have used red for the BCC, black for the ground, blue for the D-in, gray for the CS, and white for the clock. Then, after we have finished configuring the pins on our LED matrix, we will now connect that to our Arduino board. Here it is. So the D-in will be connected to pin 12 of the Arduino, then the CS to the pin 11, then the clock to pin 10. Okay, then we will supply our Arduino with 5 volts. So we will connect this here at this pin, 5 volts. Then we also need the ground. We can have that here. So let me change the camera angle. What we have here. So the gray, as we have said earlier, is for the CS. It's also connected to pin 11 on the Arduino. There it is, pin 11. Then the clock, white, was connected to the clock pin, which is pin 10. Also for the DN, same as true with the our 5 volts supply and the ground. So we just need to make sure that our connections are intact and firm in order for us to make the LED matrix light up. So right there, that's it. That is how everything was interconnected. So we need to go now to our program or the codes. So what will we do now? We need to open our compiler. In my case, I use the Arduino Sketch, and we start always with including the LED control library. Setting up the pins, I use the DN or the storage on pin 12, the CS or the load in pin 11, and the clock on pin 10. Also, I have included the LED control. The unsigned long delay times are how I have delayed each of my characters. Here I have used 7 delays in this project. So let's go to the void setup. Setting up, we have the LC shutdown. It is power saving mode of our MAX 7219. I also include 4 intensity levels or the brightness of our dot matrix, and also the LC clear display, which is used to turn off or to clear the display literally on our dot matrix. Then the void write Arduino on matrix is the storing part. We need to store each characters and how we portray it. So here I use byte frame. This byte frame have 1 character each. So for example, this is frame 1. I use it for the prediction of my introduction for avatar, then for frame 2 for peace, and so on so forth. So here, this is how I portray or present those characters. Okay. I also use the void write on Arduino on matrix 2. You will see it later on how it is presented. I have here also the set column and the set row. Okay. So another stored data here is the void side, which tells us the this function lights up some LEDs in a row. This is in a row, and this one will be in columns, and this one is the liner, or the somewhat it was like a curtain. You will see it later on my animation. Then on our void loop, it is the chronological order of the stored characters on matrix. So I have put here first the right Arduino on matrix 1, then this side the columns, the liners, so on and so forth. Then this LCD clear display will be used as the shutting down of that matrix. That's also delay. So overall, this is my code, and let's compile. Okay, here we go. It took so long, it took so long, it took so long. Okay, so we are done compiling. Then we need to plug in our Arduino. It means that you have connected a USB on your PC. So we need to uploading. Yeah. There it goes. It's done. But before you do that, please check if you're connected on the serial ports and if you are using Arduino. In my case, I've used Arduino. Okay, so that's it. That's my codes.
My grandmother used to tell me stories about the old days, a time of peace, when the Avatar kept balance between the Water Tribes, Earth Kingdom, Fire Nation, and Air Nomads. But that all changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Only the Avatar mastered all 4 elements. Only he could stop the ruthless firebenders. But when the world needed him most, he vanished.